Alright, welcome back to another cast in Age of Empires here. Why is it so choppy? Okay. I think it's fixing itself. Not sure why. So, this one... Oh, you know what? It's the replay. I've had it do this right at 37 seconds like 3 different times now. So we're just gonna have to wait. There we go. So I downloaded this replay off of AoE Insights, which is I think the best stats website for the game right now, because AoE2.net went down a while ago. It stopped working like 2 or 3 years ago, and now you can't even access the website. But now there's AoE Insights, so it's alright. And it seems like this replay file may have some issues, but let's actually get into the game here. You are reading the elo correctly. We are at 150 elo-ish. Would kind of be the average between these two. Maybe around 140 would be a better average there. But the Handbold in red here, playing as the Bohemians, I actually I've played against 4 times, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But then there's Daddy Sav, Daddy Sav here in blue, playing as the Poles. I somehow crashed last time, not sure how. Oh, I've never seen him speak. Honestly, it's like, down at this elo, you kind of assume people, like, don't ever use the chat feature, because why would you? You know? You just, you go in, you play a game with one big fight, and then you leave. So, this is very low. Obviously. Middle, like, average AoE elo these days is 900 to 1,000, roughly. That's where, most of the people lie, and then everyone above that is, like, mid-elo, high-elo. And everyone below that is mid-elo, so we are at very low elo. And Red Scout is just kind of, I don't know, having fun with the chickens there. So, the reason I've played the Handbold 4 different times is because at one point, roughly 3 years ago now, the two of us were at the same elo. We were both around the mid-600s to low 700s, and in that, like, time span, we played against each other a lot. And I won every time. Not to brag, I don't even remember how the games went, so, I mean, they could have just been from him disconnecting, obviously. He crashed. Not sure how. But the reason I want to watch a game of his is because a lot of the people I used to play back when I was under 1,000 they've quit the game at this point, and they've just stopped playing ranked or just stopped playing the game altogether. And I obviously have not, and neither has Red here. So, being one of the few who has continued to play the game, I wanted to see how they're doing. I did not expect it to be this slow, because there's no reason it should be. It's like nothing's happening, it's just Dark Age. And, oh, I'm surprised. They're both luring boars, which is not usually, like, it's not something you would expect to see this low. And I don't know anything about Daddy Sav over here, other than they have a funny name. And that's about it. And now, despite being in the lower elo, Red here actually has a lot less idle TC time, which is good, because that means 3 extra villagers for Red. and it's looking to be 5 if blue doesn't make any more. Although blue can go up to feudal age, so I'm not sure if they'll notice that. Now, oh, never mind, blue can't because they only have one Dark Age building. Okay, they're gonna put the full work up. That's a unique building for the poles. It replaces the mill, and if you build in like a 3-tile radius around the full work, the farm there will give you like a chunk of its food right at the start. It's a very good food bonus that helps the poles kind of spam their cavalry. And oh, look at this! Houses along the back wall, I love it. I always like when people do this, because, you know, I'm well into the mid-elos, where I'm at. Last summer I almost hit 1400, and I dropped nearly back down to 1000, but I've been climbing back up again, and now I'm 1279, so I'm getting back up there. But I have not been low elo for ages, and it's always nice to just kind of watch low elo games and just like see how much simpler things are. Now, what? Blue's at 200 elo fixing the lumber camps? Okay. Red is still not clicking up to feudal age, with more than enough food and both the buildings. Maybe... oh, okay, 3 more villagers from red. As blue gets up. So, that would normally be not great, but I don't think either of these players are going to do much with feudal age. But, I mean, we'll see. Blue is making a barracks already. And a market. Wait. Is blue gonna try and do some sort of fast castle? They're like 200 elo. I mean, maybe they kind of know the objective of arena. Or they just kind of want all the feudal age buildings. But they are going to get that blacksmith up. Probably before red even gets to feudal age. Look at this farm placement. I'm not sure why we're going out here. Because, like, even from the standpoint of, like, playing SimCity, like, that doesn't, like, line up with these. So I'm not sure what that is gonna do. But if you put farms here, they're gonna perfectly line up with the house here, which will be nice. I think. Well, there might not be 6 tiles there. I was thinking you could put like 2 more farms there, but maybe not. Oh, you know what? Let me fix this. There we go. Hello? I'm trying to turn small trees off. It doesn't look like it's gonna let me. I turned the thing off, though. Oh, wait. Minimize... That's just minimizing the game. Where is the... There we go. There it is. Alright. Now it's a little more realistic, because they're probably not going to be playing with a small trees mod. So this is kind of the view they have. Whoa! I didn't realize bushes were so big without the mod on. Wow. So, one thing to note, there was a patch recently getting ready for the DLC that came out, yesterday. Well, no, a couple days ago now. And that patch kind of, like, switched up a lot of, map generation for some of the older, more, like, standard maps like Arabia, Arena. The ones that, you know, aren't really as gimmicky as some of the others that end up in the ranked map pool and are just the basic closed open map variants. So, one thing they changed for Arena is putting berries on the outside now, which I'm not sure who that benefits. Maybe Red here. I'm not sure what this villager's doing. Maybe it's gonna get berries. I tried taking the berries in one of my ranked games, and it did give me a lot of food, but I didn't win that game. Of course, that was for other reasons. Red does have looms, so that bear isn't gonna kill the villagers, luckily. And then another thing is that it added these chickens all over the arena map on the outside. And it's just, there's so much food in the center now, but who's gonna be taking that? Because all the fights happen in the center. There's gonna be, like, no opportunity to take that. Unless you wanna, like, get a hold of the middle in feudal age so you can take the food. And, oh, Red is going to take a fight with the Dark Age Scout. Not... Okay. Like, not the smartest idea, but I guess they, did not. They disengaged. Because, when you go up to feudal age, your scouts get, just an automatic bonus. They get +2 attack. And, I think extra health. No, that's just Franks. I'm just thinking Franks. So, Blue's expanded out here with some more, military buildings, the archery range and stable, and is going to take the stone here. And Red immediately sees that. So I'm not sure how Red's going to react. I mean, whoa, Red's taking the entire center. Red went from having nothing out here to everything. Is mining both of the neutral golds for some reason. And it has 2 barracks out here. So we're probably going to see something like minute-arms from Red. But now Blue's up to Castle Age. I'm a little confused. Because... Also, I don't know if I've been too close to the mic. I was, like, right next to it, but I, like, turned the volume down a little while ago so that, like, when I'm right next to it, I'm not as loud, but I was looking at the recording software and my voice was, like, all the way up at the top of the volume, bar, so I might have been way too loud, for, what, those first, like, 10 minutes, but, who knows. I'll see when I watch it back. Sorry if I was. So Red is getting all of these, infantry upgrades, but Blue's gonna be up to Castle Age and is probably gonna be doing skirmishers? Okay, skirmishers for Blue. Now, the reason that's not great is because skirmishers are anti-archer units, and so you don't want to make them against units that aren't archers. But Blue does not know that, and I guess is going. A lot of lower elo players do this, and I guess they're just going off of like the bigger weapon. I don't know, like the shield and the bigger weapon in the icon. Because you'd think, oh, skirmishers have a huge javelin and a shield, so they're gonna be stronger. But no, they're not. Because you're looking for damage from archers, and skirmishers don't do that much damage to anything other than archers. And everything that Red has here is going to clear up Blue's stuff, even though they're in Castle Age. And Red has a lot more villagers. Now, despite all the military on the map, there's been no aggression. Blue is going to see all of this stuff over here. And, okay, the scout dies. I wasn't sure if it would make it through, but it did not. Blue doesn't seem to be doing very much with Castle Age, other than they put another town center down. But Red is gonna get a huge raid on the stone here and clear up everything that blue has. Like I said, that's all gonna die. And, okay. Blue's villagers are safe inside now. Red might have been able to follow with the men-at-arms here, but did not. And I'm not sure why Blue's running over to Red's base with these. Yeah, those are dead. Oh, and Blue's just gonna put more archery ranges down. Please make archers at the least, because that's a lot of men-at-arms. Everything outside for Blue is probably gonna get cleared up in the next few minutes. Yeah, Red goes straight for the buildings. Holy cow, it's like a slideshow. Can we... What if I speed it up? That makes it worse. I'm really not quite sure. I honestly think it's just the replay, because games are not usually this slow for me. So, Red has first blood, and has only lost one unit. I'm not sure what that unit was, but now Blue's finally got a castle. And that's going to push Red off the walls, I think. Red won't want to attack anymore. I am not sure where Red used this 5 stone. There's no outpost. There's no extra wall. Wait. Alright, and we're back. So, sorry for that little cut there. All of Capture Age crashed. So, I don't know what that was about, but it seems to be running better now, so I guess that's all it needed. A little off and on again action. I missed this. Blue was going out to get some gold, and Red denied that. So, as I was saying before the crash, this is where Blue spent the stone. I mean Red. I'm not sure why, but Red closed out the corner with an extra wall there. Because typically, arena walls generate like that with the corner missing. And, like, nothing can get through there. There's no hole there, nothing bad or anything. It's just kind of how it happens. And then Red, I guess, decided they wanted to put that in there. So, I'm not sure why. And now we're kind of back to just a peaceful game here, though. Blue is probably feeling a little trapped within the walls. Oh, goodness. Honestly, I'm really surprised Blue is doing this. I don't know where Blue saw this. 'Cause, like, this, so, like, making your lumber camps is, like, a more, like, high elo thing, because it increases the efficiency of your wood lines, and, like, it's more of a, like, you know, a small detail that you start focusing on after you've got, like, a good economy, big military, stuff like that. It's these little background things, like refreshing your lumber camps, making sure your, like, farms are always seeded. Auto farm helps with that, but I like to keep it off, because it just makes me more attentive of my eco, which is always a good thing. And then, just stuff like that, along those lines, that just keep you running more efficiently, but are really things you focus on later. Like, I don't think anyone at 200 elo is going to be just figuring that out themselves. I feel like this is definitely something they've seen from someone that they watch. I'm not sure who, but it's very good from Blue. Very good eco here. Has finally caught back up to Red in terms of villas, but Red's almost up to Imp. Is only 20 seconds away, so that's gonna suck for Blue. But Blue is getting Handcart, which is very good economy technology, and I mean Blue's gonna have a really good eco here, but is also just like stuck inside the base, so it's not going to matter much. And I'm a little curious to see what Red's gonna go for. I guess just an AI army. That's what kind of the term is for an army where it's just composed up of like every unit possible and doesn't really have much like strategy to it. I guess for lack of a better word, which sounds like rude, but you know, you don't want to make all these units because as Bohemians, you don't get a bonus for any of these units. Except for skirmishers, technically, because you can get chemistry and castle age with Bohemians, but Red didn't do that. I don't think Red even has a university. Nope. Nothing but a market, blacksmith, and monastery back here. I like Red's base. It's very, cute. I think Red planned that out. See, this is what I was talking about. Now the farms link up perfectly with the houses. Just needed a second row of houses. This one, however, this is the bad spot. So Blue is kind of preparing for whatever Red might do in Imp, but definitely not enough. I think Blue needs to focus on going up, but is probably just going to make a bunch of knights, it seems like, and is going to try and expand outside of the base again. I don't know what plan Blue has for doing that, because as far as Blue knows, there's still just as much military from Red outside, if not more, and it kicked him out from outside earlier, so I don't know what the thought process here is from Blue. I guess is just hoping the military is back in Red's base. And luckily for Blue, these scouts, which are the closest thing here, obviously, cannot see. They're actually light cap now, but they still can't see the villagers there, so Blue's lucky. And we'll actually get these buildings up. Now here it could get a bit dangerous, because the longswordsman there from Red might see this building. Especially with that outpost. Hold on. Hello? I'm doing the hotkeys. Thank you. No. That's just out of vision. So, somehow Blue managed to find the perfect spot of, like, unscouted territory from Red here. It's not unscouted, but, Red doesn't have anything currently, like, looking at it. Now that is not gonna work. That is gonna go down. And not even go up in the first place. Okay. Okay, what I don't understand is... Okay, oh no. Alright. So, Red does not... I mean... sorry, I'm tired. I'm not gonna fall asleep like that one time, but... Just yawning a bit. Blue doesn't know about that outpost there, which is why they're gonna be putting the TC here. Now, I just want to see from Blue's perspective. Oh boy. I don't think they deleted that. Hold on. I don't think they deleted that TC. I think it was broken down. It's at 8-3. Oh my god. Yeah, I think blue just lost those resources. I think it was at... Wait, no? Okay, let's see here. So blue puts it down. Yeah. Yeah, no, because blue didn't get any resources back when it went down, which means they didn't delete it. Because they would have gotten, like, about 100 back if they had deleted it. And now blue's going over here to build this, but that's where red's light cav are. And red's also attacking on the front as the game slows down a ton, which I guess is just par for the course when it reaches this part of a game, because my computer is really struggling lately. Genuinely, it honestly confuses me so much every time it's this slow, because there's not even that much happening. All that's happening is these guys are hitting the building. I guess we'll never know. Let's not zoom in. So the skirmishers here. Blue's got a lot of them. And is finally making knights. That's good. I'm glad to see that from blue. That, honestly, enough knights will clear up everything red has here. Except for these pikemen. If red gets enough of those, that can be bad. Very bad for blue. But blue's also going to have the skirmishers, so it will work out. The main thing blue needs to be worried about is these scorpions. I mean, blue's not going to probably, like, do much unit control here other than clicking them into fight. But if you can take out these scorpions before you move in your skirmishers, then it'll be a much better fight, because the scorpions could just kill all the skirmishers from blue without much effort. And this TC foundation's still up. Maybe blue plans to, like, get that up finally once she's got control of the center. I think we've got about like 30 in-game minutes left here. There's about 75 minutes it said on AoE Insights, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it is getting late. I have things to do. Right, it's already extremely slow, so why would it speed itself up? I guess I should have remembered that. Oh my god. Let's try this. I love how this just happens almost every time now. Why does it keep turning this off? Every time I have to redo that. And maybe that's why I have problems every time. Let's see. I think that made it worse. Wait, no. No, it's speeding back up. Oh, thank God. I do not want to do another 30 minutes at 0.9 speed. Oh, now it's slowing back down. Alright. It was fun while it lasted, I guess. No, there's not much use in looking at these percentage stats down here at the moment, because, I mean, there's not much info you can glean from it. Red is much better at producing villagers. If Red would just, like, make a few extra town centers, it'd have a really good economy. But because Blue has 3 right now, they do have more villagers despite, like, just producing villagers less. Now, I mean, Red is, it seems, done making villagers. Okay, I really don't want to sit through the rest of this at this speed. Can we fix this? Why in a replay can you not use the timeline to go, like, all over the place? Man, it really makes me annoyed how it'll, like, speed back up for seemingly no reason, just to slow back down. Alright. Again, had to switch over. Not sure what Capture Age's problem is with, I guess, maybe this replay, or just at the moment, maybe there's a lot of bugs with Capture Age because of the new DLC. I don't know, but I had to switch over to the main game here. And it is running so much better. So we're just gonna finish it out on this because I am finishing this game. I'm very close to the end. I'm not just gonna scrap this. So we don't get all the info that you get from Fancy Capture Age, but that's alright because I wasn't really looking at it anyways. I don't utilize those fancy stats as much as I'd like to. The best part about Capture Age Pro is the rewinding, for sure. There's also a bunch of cool pie charts. If you click on a unit, you can see, like, their whole lifetime and what they've been doing during that. Like, if you go to a villager, you can see a pie chart of what they've been doing their whole lifetime. Like, getting food, chopping wood, mining gold, stuff like that. Also just walking or being idle. I like it. But sometimes I forget it's there. So we're back to kind of this. I'm just gonna speed it up until we have a fight here. What? Did Red just delete a ram? Oh, Red. What are you doing? I mean, I don't think that's really gonna, like... That's not gonna lose the game, but that sucks for Red. Now, when I saw this Siege Workshop from... Oh, I am not sure what's going on here. There's some graphics errors. The feudal age textures of these buildings are overlaid onto the castle age ones at the moment for some reason. Oh, is that just from Blue's perspective? Yes, okay. What? Okay. Even the normal game is being weird. When you deselect Fog of War, it turns it on. Okay. So... Blue's maybe going to click up? Blue has a ton of resources. Blue. Blue, go up. Go up to the next age. Oh. It's just getting every upgrade under the sun. I don't know if Fortified Wall is... Well, Fortified Wall will probably help. Deletes the archery range, I assume because Blue doesn't want a unit getting stuck in between these two buildings. Which is, that's fair. Oh my god! Oh my god, what? How many knights is that in queue? You could have gone up! Oh my god! That is so many! Blue! Blue, Red is gonna have Halberdier! More knights is not what you need! Oh god. And just keeps making more. Blue. Blue, you had like 3,000 food. Oh, and now Red's got champion. I actually didn't know Bohemians got champion. I'll have to remember that. Oh, and now Red is moving in now that they have champion. I guess all the units are fully upgraded from Red, so they're gonna move in there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't fight that. That's gonna be bad. Oh, oh my god! Even the scorpions are doing a lot of damage. Blue! Blue can go up again and they just spin it all again on knights. The knights clearly didn't work. Oh my god, I don't think Blue can even win this. Like, there's nothing Blue can do to win this because except because Blue's not going to go up to Imperial. So there's not a single unit they can make that'll do anything. Oh my god, Blue, I need you to stop. It's not going to work. Your Castle Age Knights are not going to work here. But Blue just keeps making knights. Because that's what polls are supposed to do. That is the focus of the polls. It makes sense why Blue would think you want knights as polls, but in this situation you really just want to go up. And now there's more skirmishers on the way. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Blue, because, like, you would think Blue's doing everything right here, making the unit you're supposed to make with polls, but it's just Blue isn't in Imperial Age, so it's just not good, because it's Castle Age units against Imperial units, which is, it's never gonna work, unless it's, like, early Imperial for Red here, but, I think Red has, like, every upgrade you can get, and I think waited to move in until they did, which is why they were just sitting there for so long. And this has just been one unstoppable push from Red. There's been no, like, stalling at all. Oh, well, the monks are gonna die, but that's about the only thing Blue's successfully killed so far. Oh. I forget that, right-clicking on the mouse here just kind of makes it, go crazy, instead of move the screen. You have to, like, you have to just kind of scroll. It's annoying. I like Capture Age more that way. But clearly it's having some issues right now, so we'll let it sort those out. And I was just about to say, I fear to go back to Blue's POV because I know I'm going to see him to spend all of the imp resources on knights. And what did what immediately happened as we went over? It's... Oh. Are these textures gonna fix as Blue? No, they're not. Okay, they are actually. So it is just because Blue hasn't seen him since Feudal Age. It's weird. I wonder how much damage that one poke from the halberdier does to a knight. Because it's gonna be a lot. This knight over here, it's like, its body is under these guys, I think. It got tickled by the halberdiers and it was dead in 2 seconds. I mean, he's gonna... No, Blue, that's the one fight you should have taken. Oh, wait. Blue's coming back around with the scorpions. I mean, to take the scorpions. And the halbs aren't actually fighting here. So Blue is killing a lot here. But this is... this is bad, because it makes Blue think the knights are good. And Blue continues to spend the food! The food that could be used for Imp! And we're reaching 75 minutes. Blue resigns here pretty soon. If AoE Insights is right on their game times. Oh wait, no, we've got another 10 minutes. 75. We're at 65 right now. I'm just bad at math. So, the problem here from Blue is, I mean, I've already said, they need to go up, because Scorpions are not supposed to do a lot of damage to Cavalry, because they do pierce damage, which Cavalry have a lot of armor against, as you can see here. But the fact that, like, those two knights right there died, with a pretty sizable chunk of health left just from one Scorpion bolt is pretty telling. Like, Blue needs to go up to Imperial so that he can upgrade these knights to Cavalier like Red has done here, and get the final armor for the pulls. Oh, they actually don't get the final armor, so just get the final attack. And do they have... They did get Bloodlines, so at least there's that. And they're gonna be able to go up to Imp again soon. We're not gonna see them click up, though. We're not going to see that. And oh my god, everything is dying from Blue. Oh my god. Blue just lost everything for, like, one of those Scorpions. Oh my god. And what are we gonna see Blue make now? Thank you, Blue! Oh my god, wait. I mean, I know who wins this, but we could see Blue at least make a slight comeback. More knights. I mean, that is... Like, what would have been good is to go up to Imp as soon as you could, because that was like 20 minutes ago. And then you get all of the stuff. You get Cavalier, you get the final attack, and then you start spamming them. They're gonna crush through everything. Especially if you, as well as if you get the Winged Hussar, which is one of the Pole's unique units. Oh, and now Red's just converting everything. That sucks. Who's probably not gonna delete that, and that'll be Red's Siege Workshop. But it works, because they have the same regional style of buildings, so just looks normal. Blue. Okay, well, I'm not sure what the purpose of these Hussite wagons is gonna be. Not sure what they're gonna do. And the elite actually, so there was recently a patch where unique units got special skins for their elite versions. They, you know, for the longest time people wanted the elite versions of unique units to kind of have a change in texture, and they did. Their models finally got changes, and some of them just look weird, like the elite Hussite wagon. It just looks kind of cartoony. And this is a really bad fight for Blue. I think this is probably one of the last big fights. And Blue just keeps losing everything in exchange for like 2 of these Scorpions. It's really not worth it. I mean, if your pulls, because your knights are cheaper, which I think Blue got that technology that makes them cheaper. So that's good. Oh, and yeah, there we go. That was the final fight that determined it. The problem is, Blue still had so much. Blue could have gotten Cavalier, and honestly, pulls Cavalier with that final attack upgrade, probably that would have won. That would have won the game, I think. You're gonna probably have a hard time with these champions here, but you take that, you obviously kill all of the skirmishers, you kill all the siege, and you're winning. All blue had to do was go up to Imp and get Cavalier and the attack upgrade. And from there, blue could have, like, the whole game been spamming. Like, we saw how many knights blue made. It was an insane number. Oh, the holy timeline, by the way. It was just this huge number of knights that was always coming out of the base at all times. Blue did a really good job of unit production, but they were not upgraded properly, which is why blue just kept losing fights. So that's unfortunate for blue. Hopefully they learned something from that game, although I don't know, like, blue will obviously see, oh, probably something was wrong there, but I don't know if they'll know exactly what, unfortunately. And then red was over here with these Hoofneeds, which were just gonna kind of take down anything in the base. Once red finally got the ranged siege, it's when blue was probably discouraged. Honestly, took long enough, red. You had a castle and a siege workshop the whole time. By the way, I always forget there's no music in Capture Age until I come back and spectate a game in the main game and hear the music. This is one of the best themes from the game. Taser? Easily like top 3 from Age of Empires. But other than that, that's really about it. I have been meaning to get back to Minecraft if people are... I know a lot of people are probably wanting that more than Age of Empires. But I haven't felt like it recently, and then recently I was thinking of doing it again because I have been wanting to do it again, but the Minecraft videos take so much more time commitment that I've been just kind of waiting until I have more time, which will be not too much longer, about 1 more week. So yeah, I'll get back to that. And anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.